Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. For a long time now, there's been talk about putting Katie Taylor on at Croke Park in Ireland. Croke Park has, is it 82,000 capacity, something along those lines. It's the biggest place to hold a sporting event. And, you know, gigs happen there, like U2 have played there, I think, and so on and so forth. Katie has fought in Ireland, as we know. She had two fights with CHANTELLE Cameron at the Three Arena in Dublin, which has a capacity of about 9 or 10,000, I think. And the third fight with Cameron is pending if Katie wants to retain her WBC belt, because CHANTELLE Cameron has the interim belt. WBC, a day or two ago, ordered that Katie must face CHANTELLE in what would be a rubber match. They're currently one each. And, you know, it's I think it's a good matchup. I want to see that fight. But the idea that Katie might fight at Croke Park, could she sell it out? Probably 80,000. Yeah, I reckon so, with the right person. And the right person would be the only woman to beat her, which is CHANTELLE Cameron. But the problem has been with Croke Park, is that to rent it out, it costs a fortune, an absolute fortune. And Matchroom in the past, who promote Katie and have done so since she turned pro, have been unable to come to terms with the Gaelic Athletic Commission, who are in charge of Croke Park. So along come MVP, Most Valuable Promotions, Jake Paul's outfit, and they are now saying, well, we'll fund the site fee for Croke Park. I don't even know what the site fee is, but it's astronomical. I think it's far more than like Wembley Stadium or something like that. But I don't know the details. I don't know the exact details. And the CEO of MVP Promotions is Nakisa Badarian. And Badarian has been talking to BBC Sport and has said CHANTELLE is a tough fight for Katie. CHANTELLE, of course, is now promoted by MVP, having been at Matchroom and then Queensberry for a short while. Now she's with MVP. MVP is signing up all the female talent. They really are propelling women's boxing forward. Credit to them for that. CHANTELLE will be a tough fight for Katie, said Badarian. It's her only loss, so you have to really see if it makes sense. And we'd like to do it at Croke Park. We haven't talked to Matchroom about it, but Jake and I have talked at length about it. Okay. And, you know, Eddie Hearn sounds sceptical about this. Badarian is insistent that MVP would come up with the funds. But Eddie Hearn, again, isn't too convinced. He doesn't sound too convinced. He said they had a chance to fund the Serrano fight at Croke Park, but they chose not. They chose to go to Madison Square Garden. He describes it as kind of like a soundbite, a nice soundbite. The reality is it won't be down to Nakisa. It'll be down to Katie Taylor, which at this stage, the first question is, do you want to fight again? So Hearn is saying there's a possibility Katie might not want to fight again. I personally think she will. She's a fighting woman. She loves the game. Yeah, she'll want to fight again, I think. Eddie Hearn also says, Croke Park is really the only box that's never been ticked. So if she fights again, I think it will probably come with the carrot of Croke Park. I think that's a good point. I think Katie... what else can she do? She's been undisputed at 2 weights. She's beaten the only woman who's beaten her. Croke Park, she's never fought there. So yeah, maybe that would be the thing that would make her think, okay, yeah, I'm going to give it one more go. But Hearn also added that if Katie fights again, he doesn't think it will be till next summer. And considering what did she beat Serrano like less than a month ago? I mean, yeah, I suppose at her age, the rest might be a good thing. Have maybe 10 months rest. She's not going to get any better. She's extremely good anyway. So I don't know. But that Croke Park gig, I think, is the one thing missing from a resume. To say I fought in front of 80,000 people at Croke Park and won, of course, you'd have to win a course, which is a big if against Cameron, because the Cameron has beaten her before. They had two very competitive fights. And Cameron, I think, is a naturally bigger woman and is very, very good. She's very, very good. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. But I'd like to see that fight. I want to see that fight wherever it's held. I want to see that fight again because they're one each. And I do believe that if you've had two close fights, it's kind of like Bivol and Beterbiev. Two close fights. I personally thought Bivol won both of them. A lot of people thought Beterbiev deserved the first fight. And that's fair enough. At close fights, no problem with that view. But ultimately, for both their legacies, you want to see a third fight, a rubber match. You can rubber stamp that legacy. I won 2-1. Like Morales and Barrera or Ali Frazier. I mean, it goes on. There's a tradition in boxing, throughout boxing history, of trilogies. And very good trilogies, of course, as well. Gatti Ward, anyone? But anyway, tell me what you think. Do you think this fight will happen? Would you like to see it happen? Are you that fussed about a third fight? Do you think the numbers can be crunched? Maybe you know more about the finances, with Irish fighting, the Irish boxing. Maybe you know more about it than I do. If you do, please share your information, because I'll be interested to hear just how much that they want at Croke Park for that, to rent the place out. And what do you think of MVP? What do you think of Jake Paul? Let me know any opinions you got about anything. Leave them down below. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button if you like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you know. Spread the word about Joe's Ton of Boxing. Thank you very much. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.